This is the 2025 Honda HR-V Sport, the budget-friendly subcompact crossover SUV. And besides being a mouthful to say, you're going to find a lot of great features and functionality, a lot of great technology under $30,000 with this particular model. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm at Holmes Honda. As always, if you want to know more about this particular model, check out the link in the description of the video. And very fitting of the sport trim, you'll find a sporty look and a sporty driving experience. It actually is fun to drive. You don't necessarily have to have a lot of horsepower and a lot of torque to have a vehicle that's fun to drive and gets the job done. Let's take a look at what you get for the price that I'll give you later in the video. You'll just have to watch to find out where that is instead of skipping around like some people do. LED headlights, LED daytime running lights. We'll also find LED taillights on the rear, and a lot of great safety features. Honda Sensing is going to be here, which is adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, road departure mitigation, and traffic jam assist. If you want all-wheel drive, it is available. This particular model comes in front-wheel drive. We're looking at 225 on the width of our tires, a 55 series sidewall wrapped around the gloss black 18-inch wheels. There is a spare tire. The side view mirrors are only missing one thing, and that is the power folding function. They're manually folding, and because I've had people ask in the past, how do you manually fold those side view mirrors? You told us that's what they do. I shouldn't really have to show that, but there it is. Yes, somebody did ask about that one time, but everything else is here. Turn signal indicators, they're heated, they're power adjustable, and it's been raining here in Northwest Louisiana, so it's kind of hard to see, but there is your blind spot information system. And let me pull the remote out for you to take a look. There it is. Everything you expect is going to be here. Lock, unlock, remote start. You're going to have the button right there to open the tailgate, or at least pop that open. And if you need to hold down the panic button, if you panic for some reason, there it is. And that is a proximity key, and it does have the walk away feature. We also have LED tail lights to finish things off here. Nice bright turn signal indicators. They're not very big, but they are here and they will get the job done. Make sure you use those when you're driving down the road. And I'm going to go ahead and push this button right here, and this is going to open. Now, this is not a power tailgate, in case you were curious about that, but when you open it, pull up on it just a little bit, the dampening takes over and takes care of everything for you from there. Very easy to deal with. The only thing that personally I wish was here that isn't is dual exhaust. You have that one singular exhaust finisher right there as far as your exhaust pipe goes, but most people are likely not to care. You do have a rear roof spoiler right here as well when you need it, which I might need it on the test drive today, I don't know. The rear window wiper. Under the hood is the naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It makes 158 horsepower and 138 pounds-feet of torque, mated to a CVT. I know not everybody is going to like that. Some people are going to say that's just not enough horsepower, and you know what? For me, that would be the same situation. However, for some people, that's going to work. Partially because of the MPGs. What are we looking at? 26 city, 32 highway, 28 combined, and 3.6 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. If you're curious, the gas tank size is 14 gallons on this 25 HR-V. Along the same lines as the fact that I've never seen a hearse at a gas station. I've also never seen an HR-V towing anything, but Honda says you can tow up to 1,500 pounds if you want to. And your cargo capacity ranges between 24.4 up to 55.1 cubic feet. There is a spare tire located underneath the floor, along with all the tools that you need to change that. You have cargo lighting back here and a little bit of storage behind the fender wells. Also a 12-volt power outlet. And there is how everything looks with the rear seats folded flat for your maximum cargo space usage. And we'll take a look into the rear seat area and see what your passengers are going to find. A nice size armrest for a subcompact crossover. And I like the fact that you don't have a lot of angle right here, so that makes that more comfortable and easy to use. A bottle holder here for sure. Not really what I would call a door bin. For the size of the SUV, I don't think that's a bad thing. We do have a black interior, and platinum white is the exterior color, in case you were curious. We're going to have cloth interior, and you're going to have your orange contrast stitching right here. And we'll hop on inside and see what else we're going to find. There is one rear seat pocket. I always wonder, why only one? Why not have one on the driver's side as well? Not really sure about that. But that's the way it is. Probably not a big deal to potential owners. We'll also find a little bit of space here on the rear of the center console. Now that's it as far as what we have back here. It is rather spacious, and when the driver wants to drop the hammer on 158 horsepower, there are oh crap handles here at the rear doors. What can you expect to pay if you are going to buy this 2025 HR-V Sport? At Holmes Honda, it's $29,005. Tell the salesman that you work with, if you need some help to get over the hump, that I will come in and give you the $5. Let's see what else you get for that price, by the way. More space here with the armrest, and definitely more of what I would call a door bin right here, as opposed to just a bottle holder. More space, that's a good thing. Now, the driver and passenger seats here in the front are manually adjustable. They're also heated. And one thing, let me go back to the back seat here again for something. Two things actually that I know a lot of you ask about. No, the seat backs do not recline. They have a little bit of recline built into them. And the one thing that I know a lot of you would like to have Honda bring back are the magic seats, where you can raise the seat cushions up and make some space back here for additional cargo options depending on what your situation is. Now, let's see what else we have here. We're going to find one touch down, one touch up windows on the front doors, but you'll have to hold these buttons down and work really hard with the back windows to lower and raise them. A little bit harder to deal with. Not really, I'm being sarcastic. It's okay to laugh. You can lock and unlock the windows right here, and the same thing with the door locks here. Adjust your power adjustable side view mirrors right there. And traction control. If you want to attempt a front wheel drive burnout, turn the traction control off first. Lever right here will allow you, when you drop that like I just did, to adjust the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. And our digital dash is here. You can hit the home button to bring up the screen I have on the left gauge, and then you can use the scroll wheel right here to scroll through and go to whatever you want to. Then you just push on that to come in and gain access to whatever you want to do as far as your vehicle settings go. There's actually quite a bit here that you can adjust, a lot of different information, but it's so simple that I don't need to go through all of it and show you everything that's there. Now, we do have our steering wheel mounted controls here, everything for your adaptive cruise control here. You've seen what's over here. Pretty self-explanatory, I would say. And over here, control your headlights and tail lights and those blinkers I mentioned earlier. Notice that it didn't hurt me to do that, to turn the blinkers on and off. Not a big deal. In fact, the vehicle will turn them off for you in most cases. So it's actually very easy to do. I promise it won't hurt you. And right here, the control for your front and rear window wipers. Now, the 9-inch touchscreen right here, you'll notice that flickering effect. You might wonder about that. That is not actually happening. It just appears that way through the lens of my camera, so don't let that bother you. This is the 7-inch touchscreen, the more simplistic of the two between the 7 and the 9, although the 9-inch touchscreen is also very easy to deal with, so not a big deal. Your cross-traffic monitor, well, let me go back here. Let's go back. Your cross-traffic monitor, we'll get back there. There we go, is here. If you want to turn that on or off, you know where that is. The thing here is that it's all basically in one place as far as getting to your different information and whatever you want to see and whatever you need to know about or adjust. It's all right there. You control your volume here, stations here. You can surf through your different stations. And we do have single zone climate control. Like I said, heated seats, 3 different stages for both seats. And down here, we're not going to have wireless charging, but that's okay. I don't think that's expected for the price point. There is a USB option and the cup holders, we'll also find our shifter right here. You can go into drive, you can go into sport, or you can go into low. And if you're wondering about low, what exactly is that? If you're in a low traction situation with the L right there, it stays in low gear and it still gives you all of the power and torque that is available from the engine. And let's check out our additional drive modes. This is how we do it. You're just going to toggle back and forth, very easy to deal with. As you can see, we start with normal. We have econ. There's a snow mode. And you know about our other modes because I've already shown you that. Pretty simplistic to deal with. There's your power parking brake, brake hold mode, hill start assist. And let's see how much space we have within the center console. There's actually a reasonable amount for the size of this SUV. Now, let's see if we can get enough light, hopefully, to show you what's on the upper console, which you'll find right there. A fairly simplistic interior. It does have a lot of good technology here, but if you're that person who doesn't want too much technology, this is definitely a great option. By the way, one more thing I like here and that I want to show to answer a question. You do have some more USB options, one on each side, and then you have your small pass-through right here. If you own a wireless hole puncher that's the right size, it fits perfectly right here. And sport mode does wake this model up a little bit. It does a little bit better job of having the RPMs climb a little higher, a little faster than what you would normally have, and I shouldn't necessarily say higher, but they do climb faster. And so, depending on what your situation is, or maybe your mood, well, you can choose accordingly to the different driving modes. And you really have a fairly quiet interior here driving down the road. I know we're not on a rough road where we can really test the noise quality out as far as the road noise goes, but just take my word for it, it's not bad. You know, depending on what it sounds like on the video, a lot of the time when I do that, it's on a really bad road. It's really kind of a worst case scenario, worse than what the majority of your driving experiences are likely to be. But you still have a very enjoyable ride quality and very good handling. This is a fun, sporty vehicle to drive. It handles the corners well. It's not a full-size SUV, so obviously it's not going to have full-size SUV qualities as far as its handling goes. The ride quality is good. You have a nice, comfortable, leather-wrapped steering wheel. The steering is nice and responsive. And the technology here, while it is quite plentiful, is not an overload. You know, a lot of people out there who have waited a long time and said, well, I can't wait any longer, I have to get a new vehicle. But I'm really kind of scared of all that new technology that these vehicles offer. Honda has some of the easiest in the industry to learn, especially with this 7-inch touchscreen that this model has. It's not difficult. It really isn't, especially if you can use your smartphone, if you have a smartphone, and most likely you do in this day and age, unless you have a flip phone that you could probably sell to the Smithsonian Museum, let's get that out correctly, and make quite a bit of money, and then you could buy the newest smartphone on the market and pay cash for it and have cash left over. Well, maybe not, but anyway, it's okay to laugh. One way or another, if you can use your smartphone, you can use the touch screen here. Everything very simple to use. Like I said earlier, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. You just need to plug your phone in and follow all the steps. It's pretty simple to do. But overall, the HR-V is a very enjoyable vehicle to drive. It's nimble, it's great for big city driving because you don't have a huge vehicle. You can zip around very easily with this model, and it does handle corners quite well. It may not be sports car-like, but again, it's not full-size SUV-like at the same time. And there it is, the 2025 Honda HR-V Sport, the budget-friendly subcompact crossover SUV. I told you I was only going to say that twice throughout the whole video. That was number 2, and that's it. So tell me what you think. I know a lot of people are likely to say, wow, Tom, that's still a fairly high price. I'm not going to deny that, but in this day and age, it is a decent price compared to a lot of other options that are on the market that sometimes cause me to have a tongue twist. So tell me what you think. I do want to say a special thanks to my friends here at Holmes Honda for loaning me this HR-V for the day, and a special thanks to all of you for taking the time to watch and give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you there.